The history of Jewish people, a journey through time. The story of the Jewish people spans over 3,000 years, making it one of the longest and most remarkable histories of any group in human civilization. Rooted in faith, resilience, and adaptability, their journey offers profound lessons about survival, cultural preservation, and innovation. This video explores the key milestones in Jewish history, from their biblical origins to their impact on today's society. The history of the Jewish people begins in the ancient Near East, with foundational stories of the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. According to the Hebrew Bible, Abraham entered into a covenant with God, establishing the Jewish people as a chosen group with a distinct relationship to the divine. These early narratives form the cornerstone of Jewish identity, centered on faith, ethics, and the promise of a homeland. A defining chapter in Jewish history is the story of the Israelites in Egypt. Initially welcomed, they were later enslaved by pharaohs and subjected to harsh conditions. Leadership emerged in Moses, who guided the Israelites out of bondage in what is famously called the Exodus. The giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai during this time established Jewish law and ethics, forming the core of their spiritual and societal framework. After decades in the wilderness, the Israelites entered Canaan, establishing their first structured society. A tribal system later evolved into a monarchy, led King Saul and succeeded by King David, who unified the tribes and made Jerusalem the cultural and spiritual heart of the Jewish people. King Solomon, his successor, built the first temple in Jerusalem, a sacred center for Jewish worship. After Solomon's reign, internal conflicts led to the division of the kingdom into Israel, north, and Judah, south. This weakened the Jewish states, leaving them vulnerable to external conquests. The Assyrian Empire destroyed the northern kingdom, and the Babylonians later conquered Judah, leading to the destruction of the First Temple in 586 BCE. Many Jews were exiled to Babylon during this period, marking an early instance of the Jewish diaspora. Under Persian rule, exiled Jews returned to Jerusalem and rebuilt the temple, heralding the Second Temple period. This era witnessed Greek and Roman influence on Jewish life, bringing both intellectual flourishing and waves of oppression. However, tensions under Roman rule escalated until the Second Temple was destroyed in 70 CE, a loss that profoundly reshaped Jewish identity. With the destruction of the Second Temple, Jews were dispersed far beyond the land of Israel. Communities formed throughout the Roman Empire, maintaining their faith and unique identity despite often being treated as outsiders. During this time, Jewish scholars compiled the Talmud, a key text that provided guidance for Jewish law, ethics, and daily life. The Middle Ages were a time of significant challenge and achievement for Jewish communities. In Christian Europe, Jews faced discrimination, forced conversions, expulsions, and violent persecution, including during the Crusades. Despite these hardships, Jewish communities contributed to science, philosophy, medicine, and commerce. Meanwhile, in Islamic lands, Jews generally experienced greater tolerance, allowing them to thrive as scholars and merchants. In Spain, centuries of coexistence under Muslim rule ended with the Christian Reconquista. The Spanish Inquisition targeted Jews, leading many to convert, flee, or practice secretly as crypto-Jews. The expulsion of Jews from Spain in 1492 caused a massive migration, especially to North Africa and the Ottoman Empire, where Sephardic Jews rebuilt their communities. While not without challenges, Jewish communities often prospered under Islamic rule in regions like the Middle East and North Africa. They contributed to literature, science, and economic life while maintaining their traditions. Figures such as Maimonides, a prominent philosopher and physician, emerged during this period, influencing both Jewish and broader intellectual thought. The 18th and 19th centuries brought transformative change with the Age of Enlightenment. In Europe, the Haskalah, or Jewish Enlightenment, encouraged Jews to balance their heritage with secular learning and modern life. New ideas about equality and assimilation took root, but they coincided with growing anti-Semitism, especially in Eastern Europe, where violent pogroms targeted Jewish communities and sparked migration. In the late 19th century, political Zionism emerged, advocating for the reestablishment of a Jewish homeland. Figures like Theodor Herzl envisioned a secure sanctuary where Jews could govern themselves. This dream gained urgency as persecution intensified, laying the groundwork for the modern state of Israel. The Holocaust marked one of the darkest chapters in human history. During World War II, the Nazi regime systematically murdered 6 million Jews, decimating Jewish communities across Europe. However, it also galvanized the world to address anti-Semitism and led to increased support for a Jewish state. In 1948, following World War II and the Holocaust, the modern state of Israel was established. Though seen as a triumph for the Jewish people, the founding of Israel also triggered regional conflicts. Waves of Jewish immigrants, including Holocaust survivors and Jews from Middle Eastern countries, arrived in Israel, building a diverse and vibrant society. Throughout history, the Jewish people have left an indelible mark on science, literature, art, and philosophy. Albert Einstein revolutionized physics, Sigmund Freud reshaped psychology, and countless others contributed to global culture. Jewish traditions, such as ethical teachings rooted in the Torah, have also influenced broader societal values. Central to Jewish identity are its rich rituals and traditions. Observances such as the Sabbath, kosher dietary laws, and holidays like Passover and Hanukkah have sustained cultural cohesion. These practices reinforce the community's connection to its history and faith, even during times of persecution. Today, the Jewish people remain a global community. The United States is home to one of the largest Jewish populations outside of Israel, with Jews playing key roles in politics, business, arts, and activism. While many Jewish communities thrive, they also continue to grapple with issues like assimilation and rising anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism persists globally, sometimes manifesting as hate crimes, discrimination, or subtle prejudice. At the same time, debates about balancing tradition with modernity continue within Jewish communities. Education and interfaith dialogue are crucial in promoting tolerance and combating ignorance. Preservation is central to sustaining Jewish culture and memory. Institutions like Yad Vashem and the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum ensure the world remembers the atrocities of the Holocaust. Similarly, celebrating Jewish art, music, and scholarship continues to strengthen cultural identity. The history of the Jewish people is a testament to resilience, faith, and the power of community. Their ability to adapt to adversity while contributing meaningfully to every society they've been part of showcases the strength of cultural identity. By learning from their history, we can foster respect, diversity, and justice in today's interconnected world. The history of the Jewish people is not only a chronicle of struggle and survival, but also a celebration of human achievement. From their biblical beginnings to their contributions to modern society, the Jewish journey highlights the importance of perseverance, faith, and cultural pride. As we reflect on their remarkable past, we're reminded of the enduring value of understanding history to build a better future.